Welcome to Daily Tax Minute. This is Tony Novak here to share a few points on how to save on taxes and stay out of tax trouble. So let's jump right in. Today's topic is clothing as a business expense. Now, I hear many stories of individuals claiming to deduct clothing as a business expense, and probably the most common misperception is that if you put your business logo on the clothing, then it becomes a deductible advertising expense. Well, that's more TikTok logic, and it's simply not true. Let's deal with the technical issue first, what the IRS looks at, then discuss a couple of examples. So the IRS has a threefold test to determine whether clothing is a valid business deduction. And the first is that the clothing be necessary for employment. The second is that it is specifically suitable for the job. And the third is that it's exclusively used for business and not be adaptable for general use. And I think it's that last one that trips up most situations. So let's use a couple of examples. The first example that comes to my mind is scrubs. Operating room scrubs that doctors and nurses use. You would think that if anything, there's a clothing that's specifically designed and specifically meant for work use, and yet nowadays, and just about any time you go out to the grocery store or the Walmart or whatever, you'll see people wearing scrubs. So scrubs in that case would not meet the requirements. As far as I know, I'm not aware of any cases where it was challenged. Which, by the way, let's hold that thought for a second. This type of cases that will be challenged. Let's use one other example that you might think that, well, I have a job that requires me to dress up. I'm not a suit and tie guy. I need to buy a suit and tie for this job. Matter of fact, I'm not wearing it today, obviously, but I bought a couple of suits recently for online broadcasting for a cable show. And, it'd be great if they were tax deductible, but they're not. I won't wear them any place other than the broadcasting, probably, but still they're not deductible. So I looked at an old case. You might say, boy, does the IRS even bother to challenge these kinds of cases? I mean, how expensive can clothing be? How important can this be as an audit item? I looked at an old case. It was 1979, where a woman who normally did not dress up was hired as the manager of a high-end women's clothing boutique. She spent $1,600 on name brand high-end stuff just so that she could keep her job as a manager there at a women's clothing store. And the IRS threw out the deduction. They wound up owing $500 extra on a $1,600 expense. Clearly wasn't. That's not counting the filing fees and everything else involved in the tax court case. So clearly that's a losing proposition. So my suggestion is, with such a small dollar item, your tax professional probably tells you, don't even bother trying. There's very limited circumstances where clothing can be deducted. Would love to hear your thoughts or comments, feedback on the topic. I'm easy to reach on social media, or if you want to connect for a one-on-one, that's easy to do at taxproblems.cpa. I'll be back tomorrow with another Tax Minute.